Sutra 8 says, the renunciation indeed is of total giving up of all secular and religious activities. This is very dangerous verse for most of you. Secular and religious activities. What are secular and religious activities? Going to temple, going to church, praying, doing all kinds of activities which will say, I want to reach this destination. True devotee, this renunciation indeed is of total giving up of all secular and religious activities. The Vedas are there. You know what they say? You have to do this and you have to do that and you have to live in this world for which you have to make money, you have to get married, you have to get children. You know the Purusharth, the 4 things that are there? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. The Vedas are saying you have to do that. You have to go through these stages. You have to earn your living. You have to get married. You have to settle down in your life. Then you are supposed to give up. Then you are supposed to go to the jungles, and then you are supposed to do this, and then you are supposed to do that. And the Vedas also prescribe this prayer for that, that prayer for that. You have to do this, you have to do Devi Sadhana and Falana and Dikna. So many things are prescribed. Now Narada is the direct mouth of the God. Remember this. Please understand one thing very clearly. Whatever secular activities that you are doing, whatever religious things that you are doing, don't even bother about them. A devotee doesn't even bother about doing anything. He doesn't do vratas, I want to keep a vrat. What vrat are you doing? I am not going to eat this on this day. Right? You're not going to eat what? You see, otherwise I eat a little bit of egg and all that kind of stuff. And maybe that day, I will just have some grains. You just want to eat some grains. Or maybe you don't want to eat that also. Maybe you just want to eat a fruit. Oh, these are called secular activities, by the way. Do you know that or you don't know that? Every morning I get up and I do pranayama, yogasana, I do Surya Namaskara, I do this, I do that. Yeah, I stay in one old country where 6 months I don't see the sun and still I have to do Surya Namaskara. Where does your Surya stand, by the way? What are you talking about? All these activities which you think you are so great at doing, these activities, throw them out of the window. A true devotee does not do, totally gives up. And this is a very dangerous line I told you, because you are definitely doing those activities. You think by doing something, you are going to attain something. The previous verse it said that there are no desires. If it is a question of attainment, then there is a desire. See, if you want to attain something in this world, it's always about desire, isn't it? I want to attain first rank, so the desire is to get the first rank, I have to study very hard. I want to get the seat in engineering means I have to study very hard. I have to pass my CET examination, this, that, all those things, isn't it? And here Narada is telling you, sir, if you want to be the devotee of God, first thing is that you totally give up secular and religious activities. I only practice devotional path, by the way. Anybody who comes to me and says, Guruji, I want to learn about this and I want to learn about... It's not that I can't teach them all these things. I can teach them anything that they want to know. It's not difficult. But all those paths, they're still full of desires. A path of devotion doesn't have any desire whatsoever. There's no fruit also, there's no desire also, there's nothing. Those who come and say, I want to learn about all those great texts that are there, you have a library full of them. I want to know this and I want to know that and I want to study this book and I want to study that book and I want to understand all this. And I tell them, really? Why do you want to know all this? So, secular, religious, they are not bothered about religion, they are not bothered about secularism, they are not bothered about anything. A devotee of God is so intoxicated in Krishna, in the divine consciousness, in Father in heaven, that in his world he doesn't even bother about anything. He doesn't say I have to do some kind of a religious activity, I have to celebrate this festival, I have to celebrate that festival, I have to do this puja, I have to go to this temple, I have to do this. He doesn't bother. He doesn't bother about doing some headstands also. He doesn't bother about doing some namaskara. He doesn't bother about saying the name of, all those japas that person does. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Oh, I don't know how many Om they keep on doing. He doesn't even say Om. This is a secular activity. He doesn't even bother about that. Krishna is very, he's describing this. Narada is talking about Krishna, how to reach the supreme divine consciousness. He doesn't even say you have to say Om. You have to say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Or he doesn't even say that whether you do some upvas for him. Say, I have not eaten for you, today. Krishna says, Main kya karu? What am I to do about it? You have not eaten. Big deal. A very peculiar instance when people will come to meet me. They'll say, Guruji, first I have to do the prayer and then I will eat the food. I look at them and I say, you know what? In Marathi we have one saying. Adi potoba mag vithoba. Means what, First you have your fill, food, and then you can think of God. You see, if you go and do something empty, with empty stomach, no God will even come to you. You will be always thinking, oh, nice smells are coming from the kitchen. Oh, nice smells are coming from the kitchen. I think they are frying the puris. They are frying the bhajiyas. Okay, they are doing this. You are not doing prayers. You are only slurping. You are doing like this. Don't bother your head about it. Go eat your food. God has never said don't eat your food. He says go eat your food and then you can come for my darshan. The true devotee has no hang-ups whatsoever. He doesn't care for religion. He doesn't care for any secular kind of activity also. He says, I have given up all this nonsense and I don't care about it.